This is the most unfortunate shit about addiction and the work I do with addicts, right? We are a voluntary program at Full Circle. You come to me and say, I need help, right? I will help you. You start missing sessions with the clinical psychologist, with the addiction counselor, which is me, or the other addiction counselor, or the holistic healer, or the family therapist, or the future coach, and you go back into your old ways. I'm not going to come to your house and drag you to a session. If you're not ready, you're not ready. But
then when is it too late?
When they die. Now, what I also discovered was opium is grown in prevalence in Pakistan. There's a big hunger problem, right? Babies are going hungry because the mothers can't produce enough breast milk. So what are some of the mothers doing to quell the babies? They're blowing opium smoke into the babies' faces, which relaxes them and puts them to sleep. Meaning that the addiction cycle is beginning. What is the breastfeeding age? Do we know? From birth to
9-10 months.
Yeah.
So again, we're
the wrong demographic.
We're the wrong demographic for that question.
But we can look it up. But surely it's from birth to a year. Let's say a year, maybe a year and a half. Hey, why don't they have sex education and driver's education on the same day in Saudi Arabia?
Why?
It's too hard on the camels.
Astaghfirullah. Oh.
Have you seen that shit? There was actually there's a camel beauty pageant in Saudi Arabia. Have you heard about this?
No.
So you know that like camels are like fucking camels are like the most like for them it's like the most revered animal, right? Like
yes.
Apparently, some people were disqualified a couple of years back for giving their camels Botox, dude, to make them more attractive.
This guy,
no, fuck that. I'll show it to you. Fuck that. I will fucking show it to you.
We have to fact check this. Are we live? We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No bullshit.
No bullshit.
How have you been, Fareed?
I've been okay, man.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I've been fucking madness, bro.
Fucking trying to get a hold of Eric. We're like, fuck it, let's just record.
We just record without him.
How have you been?
Good.
Bring me up to speed on what's been going on in your
First
life.
of all, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm surviving.
Yeah.
I'm thriving.
Yeah.
You know the way we said 7 years of fame?
Feast and famine.
Yeah, mine happens month to month. The first 2 weeks.
7 minutes of feast, 7 minits of famine.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm not sure maybe we should put this, but I'll think about it. My GM took a break.
Mm-hmm.
And so indirectly she said, I'm on leave. If you need anything, ask Sajid.
That's a good sign.
So people were like, oh, Sajid acting GM, Sajid acting GM. I was like, it's not really that. But it feels nice to...
Are they calling you acting GM though?
No, it's not an official title. It's an unofficial title my colleague Fred gave me, but I don't agree with it. But it's nice to be trusted with that kind of responsibility, right? Someone just came in and handed Fareed the coffee.
Yeah, I called ahead.
Oh, clearly we have a barista station downstairs that's working for us.
It's the power of the coffee pump coffee.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about in a minute.
Which we're going to talk about in a minute. That's a good plug-in. Couple of things I want to talk about. Mm-hmm. There's some crazy shit we got up to recently, and I want your opinion on it. He was involved in it as well. But beyond that, I think on my end, trying to launch this thing, we've been dealing with some back-end issues in terms of the design, finalizing it, the supply, the logistics. But we're close. We're quite close.
Oh, I didn't say you could use my arms to model this. There.
So this, you say you use beans, so we'll give you the beans. We've got powder over here. I'll probably give it to you.
Okay. I want beans. Do you have beans?
Yeah, we're going to check that bag. Okay. Yeah? We're going to check and just give you a full stack and leave you with that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So this is the high-end one. This is the...
Coarse grind.
Yeah. So I found this out. The reason they do coarse grind and not fine grind is because it's for pour-over machines. If you have the proper cappuccino, you know, the machine...
That's what I have.
Okay, you have the proper one.
Yeah. That grinds its own beans.
Not from fucking Nakumatt, yeah?
No. Mine is from Homelux, dude. It's a proper one. It's Italian, bro. I don't
okay, so it grinds it for
Nakumatt.
You. So then this would work for him.
You know there's a whole generation of Kenyans who don't fucking know what Nakumatt was, dude?
By the way, do you know what Nakumatt was, Faza?
Yes. I
You're
used to love
involved in that?
Nakumatt. Involved in?
No, were you involved in Nakumatt in any way?
No, just used to like going there. It was very nice.
Are you the reason it went under?
Possibly my mother. My mother would go there, find massive deals, come home with something. You're like, how much was that? Like,
Do you remember there was a point in time where the only fucking thing, okay, well, we live different lives. You were probably having different kinds of fun, but the only fun we could have was to go at the coffee shop at Books First at Nakumatt.
Yeah. But that was Nakumatt UK, right?
Yeah, there was no art cafe. There was no coffee shop. You couldn't do anything after
me
that.
there, bro.
let me add. Since you're
What, is he fucking joined the show?
Yeah.
No, I also want to add, because I want such an opinion. Nakumatt UK, right when you enter where the bookstore is, behind there was an adult section of the bookstore with adult like pranks and books.
Really?
Like a sex shop.
Not a sex shop in that way, but it was
Where he
like
bought his first dildo.
Yeah, exactly.
modeled after Farid Khimani.
There's not enough shelf space, man.
No, it used to be like adult pun stuff, like edible underwear and weird stuff.
Really?
Edible underwear.
Yeah. And then exploding
You've never
cigarettes.
played around with edible underwear?
I haven't.
Oh,
no.
God.
That's a one memory I have from being a child in Nakumatt.
Is it
UK.
the same place you bought the flavored condoms you wanted to try?
The ones you asked me to get for you, yes.
And I was like, you don't suck
like-
them. I was like, you don't suck them.
Do you want to try? Hey, Saj, you want to try?
So tell me otherwise, what have you been up to?
Fucking
Farid?
Red Bull flavored. Just busy, bro. Like I've been doing some ads. Got really good, really fun ads. I won't say the client's name, but they were really fun ads to shoot. They haven't been released yet. Once they're released,
What's involved in that? Like making an ad?
bro, it's crazy. So what? So the ad agency reached out to me, asked me if I would be willing to direct some ads for them, and I hired a production house, and then I work with a production house. Shout out to Action Pack Media. And then, it's the planning, bro. And, we shot some really cool ads. The agency was happy, got a couple of touch-up shoots to do on Saturday morning. And that's it. But let me tell you, and shooting an ad, dude, I'll give you an example. 30-second ad on a set. So not outdoors, because there's ads you shoot outdoors where the elements actually come into play. But in a set, you're looking at shooting 30 to 35 different shots.
I can imagine.
For one ad.
And you have to reshoot them.
Yeah. Till you get the right take, blah blah blah. So it's a challenge, but it's fun, and it was really nice because one of the ladies from the ad agency, she just said to me, she's like, Farid, you're totally in your element here. I can see it. Like you really enjoy this.
Okay, but walk me through the process. Let's say I approach you as a client, and I have. Thank you. We'll just do we'll just do close up of Farid right now. So we want to maintain secrecy.
Right, okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You want to keep your gay audience.
All right. Thanks, babe. Yeah, but whoever's editing this.
Talk to your cameraman like that.
Sorry?
Thanks, babe.
Oh. But seriously, Ricky, Wilson, if we're editing this, make sure it's zoomed in on Farid at this point. But now you can zoom in back on both of us. Please pay attention.
Right. So,
yes. So, for example, I approach you now. I tell you I have this new product launching. Do I give you an idea of what I want, or you come up with the idea?
No. So, I mean, I am a creative director in my own right, but I'm working with an ad agency with probably the best creative team and by far the best creative director I've ever worked with in my life.
Okay.
So they came up with the concept. I came up with the treatment.
What the fuck is a treatment?
So the treatment is basically, so if you come to me and say, I want to shoot the new iPhone ad, and I want to have the phone as the hero of the ad, and then I want to have Farid Khimani, I'm using me as the celebrity, on the phone. And I want him to turn at the end to the camera and say, and plug the iPhone 17 or whatever it is, right? Then I will treat it. I'll say, okay, this is how we're going to accomplish that. So basically the treatment is the way the director interprets your brief.
Okay.
Your creative brief. You've given a creative brief. Some creative briefs are 1 page. Some creative briefs are 20 pages, depending on the agency and the creative director.
So this particular client that you're working for, it's safe to say they're in the fintech space, financial services.
Why would you say that? That's crazy. Yes.
Because you told me about it, dipshit.
Did I say?
We can bleep this name.
No, it's a bank. It's fine. I just won't name the bank. It's a bank.
It's a bank. Yeah. You told me about it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
When was this?
When we spoke.
Okay, fine.
day
Yeah.
before
So
yesterday.
it's a financial institution. Yeah, that's fine. I can tell you that.
I should have gone along with the joke and say I recommended them to you. Where's my fucking cut?
But
Can we start that again? Ask me the question. How do I know about the customer?
how do you know about this customer? How do you know that? How do you know it's a financial institution?
Because I recommend them to you.
Oh,
So can I get 5%?
dude, let me tell you how I work though. This may not make the edit.
No, it has to. It has to.
Okay, so I hire the production house
Right.
to work for me as the director. Remember, on a set, the director, everyone services the director, like a company.
Okay.
Right, the head director, and I have an assistant director who's it's like my hands. Okay, and actually for me, the most important person on the set is the AD, the assistant director.
Okay.
The director is vision, but the AD is the one who helps you to realize your vision. I.e., a cast member gives you a line on camera. I tell the AD, I like it, but I want him to give more punch on the name of the bank. The AD will then
Communicate that.
yeah, sometimes I get involved, and 50% of the time I get involved, but generally the AD does it. Now, what I do is I hire the production house, and I immediately get a commission for bringing them on board to the right. So I walk away with already. Then remember, the agency has chosen me to direct the ad, so I'm on a day rate as well.
Interesting.
And my day rate as a director, I can't say it here,
Yeah.
but it's high. This particular ad.
Okay, can we bleep this whoever's editing? What's
Yeah,
your day
so I
rate?
charge to direct.
And how many days do you work?
It'll be 3 in total on Saturday.
Okay, that's
But plus, and please don't keep this in. I'll just tell you.
yeah.
The budget for these ads was, keep this off, yeah?
I mean, we can say we'll just bleep the numbers.
Yeah,
each
the
of them.
budget for
Just-
this ad was so I've already gotten cash because the first 50% was paid. So I get 10% commission.
Right, whoever's editing that, remember. And
Bleep
for
all
the
of
au-
that shit out.
For the audience, we're sorry, we're bleeping.
But
all
it's the
these.
best business model I've ever worked with because A, I don't have any equipment.
Yeah,
So
it's you're basically offloading all the responsibility.
I'm paying you, you're paying me A for my brain,
Yeah.
and then also because I brought you the work. And then at the end of it, I'm not paying anyone.
So let's say if we want to do an advertisement for these, what would you recommend?
I mean, we could come up with a super creative for these. I can work on a creative brief, and then we can treat it. We could do something really cool with the three of us.
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
much?
okay.
How much would that cost us? And assuming we're all going through 7 years of famine.
I mean, look, we could do it at cost. I would say 500,000 shillings or below. But it would be totally worth it to create something really cool. I mean, I'll give you an example. I did it. Did you see the stuff I did for Britam?
No, I didn't.
The influencer stuff. If I show it to you here quickly, and this can go on the show, that's fine because it's already in the out there. But so this was for their life plan.
No, I saw this on Instagram.
Yeah, it's-
I'll share it. We can just play it up over here.
Let me ask you something. If you died today, how long before your family runs out of money? Think about their savings, their access, their liquidity. What can they actually use while everything else is being sorted out? For most families, the answer is just weeks. You see, this is not a poverty problem. It's a planning problem. The Britam Whole Life Plan pays out a guaranteed lump sum immediately, tax-free. No waiting for estates to be settled, no fundraisers, and no scrambling. For as little as 3,000 shillings a month, you get a cover from 5 million shillings. And you pay for 10, 15, or 20 years. After that, the cover lasts for the rest of your life. So ask yourself this question, and then answer it. Hashtag, not if, when.
I paid the production house 40K for this.
Okay,
Look at how beautiful that is. So it's possible.
it's possible. It's very much possible.
Yeah, but
What I was thinking of, and maybe to get your idea on it, is doing very, not forced ads, but very natural ads, but very random. So what that means is like product placement the way we have over here, whenever we're talking. What the fuck was that? Did you guys hear the explosion? I could hear it. What was that?
Probably KPLC.
Like a transformer just blew up. Okay,
either
interesting.
that or it's another attack.
I hope not. The other day I was thinking, by the way, and I'm sorry this conversation being fucking random, but the Westgate attack, what was that? There was Dusit, right?
Mhm.
How long apart were those two?
Couple of years.
Couple of years. We haven't had anything locally. He was telling
just
me
did.
he was telling me recently he went to Westgate and he saw that they've amped up the security.
Hey, it's crazy. I was there. Wow,
Tenfold.
that's so weird. I was there on Saturday. I took my car. There's that Shine car wash. I took my car to get detailed, and then they're like, "It's going to be 2 hours." Sunday. Sorry. So I walked to Westgate and had a fucking steak at the grill shack. But I was like, this is shocking, man.
There was.
It's like trying to enter the green zone for the UN in like Sudan. You know what I mean? Or Somalia.
So just a lot more personnel.
But like armed, bro, dogs everywhere. Like fucking, like you go through the security scan. It doesn't matter if you beeped or not. They still search you. It's crazy.
Do you know why that happens? It's because they've got a scare. Someone has told them through intelligence agencies that when the lockdown, you have to make sure that you've amped up your security.
What lockdown?
Not lockdown. Sorry, lockdown's there's like a red alert. What's the term the UN guys
Yeah,
use?
it's amber, orange, whatever.
Correct.
But I don't think it's a scare. Since Westgate was rebuilt, it's been like that.
It has, but then it's a lot more of late.
And funny enough, I saw dogs at Village Market the other day.
Honestly, in terms of security of malls, I will say this: Westgate, I find, is the most secure. Also, from entry and exit, it's one entry, one exit, so you can control if something goes wrong. Sarit Center, Village Market, they're just too many entry
Yeah,
points.
but to be honest with you, I don't know about you, but I'd rather have like 50 exits if shit goes down.
But you see, the thing is, if you can control, if you can control it in an environment, the problem is when you have so many entries and exits, you don't really know what's going on. People can come in.
One train of thought.
So let me complete this train of thought. Is, for example, in Westgate, if people are coming from an external source, they have to go through that main point of entry, which is extremely secure.
Right. Now, imagine they get through.
Right.
Then you're trapped.
Yeah, but then how do you track them and take care of that?
No, I'm saying if they get through,
Right.
you're trapped, right? For me, if someone gets into Village Market, man, I know like 20 exits.
But how do you stop people from entering different entry points? So if you have 8 different entry points, that exposes you to 8 different places you need to take care of. But in the event that this thing happens and you need to shut it down quickly, let's say the worst case scenario happens. People have entered Westgate, people have entered Village. For me to control the situation in Westgate will be a lot more efficient compared to Village, which has 8 different entry points, 8 different possibilities.
I think there's
it's the possibility of there's a word they give it. When you have many probabilities, you have many outcomes. But if you have 2 probabilities, you can have 2 outcomes.
Look, I think there's benefits and there's negatives and positives to both.
Look at us.
Because Westgate had the same entrance and exits as it did during the attack, dude.
Yeah, but they didn't have it secured.
No, but I'm saying once people were in, that was it. You were not getting out, right?
And it is a point to consider. What I think about what they've done within Westgate, and it's quite admirable, is like a top-down approach. They've got security at all levels, and they can sort of...
Bro, I went to the fucking management of when I was at Capital. There was a campaign they wanted to run with like Capital being the partner station. It was after they like reopened, right? And we went in to meet the fucking like top level management. Dude, that's like some underground Israeli tunnel shit, dude. To get to their offices, like they have protected them. Like if that place is bombed today, that fucking office will stand.
Let me tell you, I won't be surprised if Westgate has tunnels. But just to point out, we're 3 Muslims talking about potential. It's crazy. Kolo, let's just balance it out by saying there's an African Christian Catholic man in the room with us as well.
He's contemplating converting to Islam. I'm taking him to the mosque, yeah?
Really?
That doesn't help our case, does it?
Collins, are you being serious? You want to convert to a Muslim? But there are different types of Muslims. You want to go the easy way or you want to go the hard way?
The easy way.
Farid's is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, become Ismaili.
You can have wine. and pork.
You can eat pork.
You can celebrate Christmas as well.
Well, Christmas is a big day in my house.
If I'm going to be a Muslim, I'm going to be a liberal Muslim.
A liberal Muslim. So that's what...
So you're not a threat to society.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farid says I can do anal as well. So
Jesus Christ. Anyway, I was talking...
Hey, why don't they have sex education and driver's education on the same day in Saudi Arabia?
Why?
It's too hard on the camels.
Astaghfirullah. Oh.
Have you seen that shit? There was actually there's a camel beauty pageant in Saudi Arabia. Have you heard about this?
No.
So you know that like camels are like fucking camels are like the most like for them it's like the most revered animal, right? Like
yes.
Apparently, some people were disqualified a couple of years back for giving their camels Botox, dude, to make them more attractive.
This guy,
no, fuck that. I'll show it to you. Fuck that. I will fucking show it to you.
We have to fact check this. Is that true?
It is true.
No fucking way.
A camel beauty
camel beauty contest Botox. Check this out, dude. I'm not bullshitting.
I mean, to be honest, Saudis have so much money.
Botox.
And so
Check
much time on
this
their hands.
out. And,
And
I
the
think it
new
was-
Destiny shapers as
Hold
well.
on, I'm going to say BBC because I think I saw it on BBC, dude. Then you know it's true.
Can we walk each other
Here,
fan?
Camels banned from Saudi beauty contest over Botox. BBC.
Okay, you're going to share this. Camels banned from Saudi beauty contest over Botox. 24 Jan 2018. We're going to have to put this article up.
BBC.
It's BBC. Anyway, back to this. I was saying, Farid, so we have soft inserts. Like, for example, during this episode, and we're not going to put it here because we still need to shoot it. It depends on how fast we shoot it. But you stop and says, hi, buy coffee from Coffee Pump. And then just stop over there. Just
Well, why don't
random.
you just do it now?
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Let me pick it from here. Ready?
Ready?
Into this camera.
Into yeah, which is Farid's camera.
Okay. You want to zoom in a bit?
Why don't you say, buy coffee, bitches?
Okay.
Buy our coffee, bitches.
Okay.
We're actually shooting a live ad on pod.
Okay. Ready? Buy coffee from Coffee Pump. You cunt.
All right, let's try. No, you should don't let it record over, right? Why are you cutting? I heard ding ding. Okay, sorry.
Can we do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was zoomed in and cut off the bottom half of the coffee.
He's saying, can we do it again?
Do it again. We'll crop it
Ready?
across.
Okay. Buy coffee from Coffee Pump. You cunt.
Awesome. We've got an ad for this podcast. We're going to put it up.
If your
over here.
sales don't go through the roof now, dude, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can
Do
do.
this. We force all of our guests to do this.
Yeah, by the way, that's a good idea.
In their own way.
Brilliant. You've given us an idea.
In their own way.
I'll give you a percentage. Okay, so I have a bit of a story for you of what this team got up to last weekend. Permission to talk about it, gents? No, we're going to talk about it. It's okay. Fazaz's family doesn't watch this. But anyway, just to protect his identity, we're going to call him
blind. Everyone watches this.
we're going to call him Muslim boy.
Okay.
So I was told to have microdose of mushrooms. It helps anxiety. And I tried it and it really did. And I found that when I took a double dose, genuinely
Started tripping bulls.
slightly, but it gave me perspective on a lot of things.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah.
And it helped me focus on work, so on and so forth. We decided, allegedly, to do 1 gram each on the weekend. So me, Collins, and Muslim boy, and dude. There were other people involved, but we will not involve them in this podcast. But when I got into it, they say you should ask questions of the mushrooms. It will give you answers. The first thing was, Muslim boy needs to shut the fuck up because he's talking too much. He's fucking up my high. And then something told me at the back end, just ride the wave. Dude, and it was insane. We were on the rooftop till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Giggling.
The giggling, crazy giggles. But all of us sort of had this euphoric moment where there were questions I asked myself. Like, for example, how do I achieve the success I want to achieve? Okay. And through that, the mushrooms sort of placed these individuals in front of me. So there was Fazar, there was Collins, there was my significant other, there was a few other people. And the answer was there, that you have to rely on this team.
Was I not there? Fuck you. Fuck the mushrooms.
But it was. I want to ask how you guys had your experience on it. What did you think? And the good thing is, there's no low. So if I compare doing Molly, it's very similar experience, but Molly is cranked up to 1,000. Okay, and when you transition from your normal self to Molly, I always find this like a glitch. So you know when images are loading on Facebook and they don't
porn.
load, they don't load properly, and there's like a glitch in the video loading before you go into the 4K reality. That's how Molly was. It throws you there, and by the time you level out, it just fucking kills your system. With mushroom, it was a gradual climb
Yeah.
to the top.
I mean, a gram is significant.
I actually had 1.5.
So when I did my journey, there's a guy, a shaman that I went with a friend. This is about maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He's like, do you guys want to do a warrior dose? 7 grams.
Jeez.
3.5 and then an hour break and another 3.5. But guided, like he was taking you through it so that you don't really freak out. Even if you're freaking out, he's there.
He's there.
Yeah.
How-
That was great.
how was
Dude,
that?
I love mushrooms.
It-
I microdosed for years, dude, for my anxiety.
And it
For
does help,
years.
right?
Oh, totally.
I was quite surprised because when people talk about mushrooms, they talk about it like a controlled substance, like it's cocaine or whatever you're doing.
No, anything natural is good for you, man.
And when you have it and you see sort of the effects post it, I was quite calm, anxiety no more, things just fell into place.
What did you guys? How was it for you guys? Start with you.
Yeah, let's start with Collins.
First of all, it was a really strange experience because I actually didn't know when I was getting high. I just like stumbled on the feeling because it was so normal. I liked it because I was in control of the whole process. But we were all happy, and it just became a point where I was just quiet, and I can say it was a moment I was very real with myself.
Cool.
My whole life. And then after the week I had, and I just asked myself questions and I gave myself answers, and I've been really content. And from that day till now, I'm just chilling and everything is nice, man.
I think the next step for you guys is ayahuasca, man.
Yeah, I want to do ayahuasca. So actually, before that, maybe you ask Muslim lover boy how his experience was.
I'm going to bore you. I didn't have any of that. I just calmed down. I just chilled.
Yeah, but that's the effect for some people, right? It's remember, all of this plant medicine is showing you what you need to see. That's the beauty of plant medicine, whether it's ayahuasca or mushrooms or in some cases weed, I guess. I don't smoke weed anymore at all. I've done ayahuasca once and I've done mushrooms multiple times. It's the medicine will show you what you need to see, not what you want to see.
What you need to see.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I went into ayahuasca with like all this list of intentions and shit that was just like, I want to do this and I want to understand that my, I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic. I want to understand my addiction. I want to connect with my dead mother who had passed away quite recently when I did ayahuasca, that was. So just before that. And then I sit there, I take the medicine, and then all of a sudden I hear like, it's like 16, this is really a funny story. It's not, but it is. 16 people in a circle with this shamanic group.
Yeah.
And I had my list of intentions, like this is what ayahuasca is going to show me. And I took my medicine. You go up one at a time, you drink it. I went and sat on my mattress and I fell asleep. When I woke up, there was this beautiful Nubian woman in white dancing in front of me. And this voice came out, and beautiful voice came out, and so I was hallucinating like crazy, and said, all the shit you put women through, you're going to go through it right now. That's what I needed to see. And bro, I wept for 3 hours, dude. Might have even been longer.
So the weird thing is, it gave me the perspective of how other people view me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, right?
Which was really weird.
And how is that? How do they view you?
So one of the most profound experiences through that was I kept seeing my coach. His name is Michael Maris.
Uh-huh.
And dude, like I want to get him on the podcast. He's a former cop who turned into like a fitness influencer and coach. And he's more than that. And I keep seeing him looking at me, wanting to achieve the goals that I had set for myself. And I saw how he viewed me. He saw me as this guy with so much potential, but who's always making excuses to get to where he wants to get. Right? Mm-hmm. And he had given me enough rope, and I saw that rope shortening. And from his perspective, like I messaged him during the trip. He sent me like an 11-minute voice note, so I'm going to read that. But I saw him there, and I saw success lying behind him. And every time I send him the message, I saw from his perspective, he's like, you have so much potential, but you're letting me down and you're letting yourself down. And the other thing is...
That's crazy, dude. That's like Black Mirror shit.
And then the other thing is, I went in with the intention of, how do I make money? How do I achieve the dreams that I have? And I kept asking myself that. So what happened was we went on the roof. We took it. I felt it first because I did a microdose earlier, and then 1.5 grams sort of drove me through the roof. They were not feeling anything. And so we sat in the room, and what I noticed is he started chatting a lot. So he obviously impacted him. And one of the things he has is
AIDS.
So one of many things. He started talking, and one thing I noticed is these guys are fucking up my high, because I was like, I want to get the answers right now. And someone just tapped my shoulders, is like, you're in this together. Just the answers are coming. Shut the fuck up. Asking Fazza how is he feeling. And one thing I noticed is Fazza, whenever I asked him about his plans, he was always mentioning me. Then I asked Collins about his plans. I'm like, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? And he was like, you've done this, you've done this, you've done that. I asked her, T, what her plans were. She's like, I just want to be happy with you. Fahad as well. I want to take Fahad there. What are your plans? And it all keeps circling back to me. So I was like, it's weird, And at that time, you're cranked up to like 1,000, but it's a slow, gradual process. When I put the monster can down, I could see the beads of what's the when the beads of sweat come?
Perspiration. Yeah.
Is it perspiration?
Yeah, from the can.
It's not condensation. Condensation. I could see the bead go through the monster can, and the monster can is it's got a rough texture to it. I could see all those indentations on it.
Yeah, but also mushrooms give you. Did you see a lot of geometry?
Yeah, exactly. So as now we go outside, and I'm still asking myself those questions.
Yeah,
there's music playing. Everyone is at peace. We've giggled. Everyone's quiet. All of a sudden, I've asked the question. I open my eyes, and I see T is next to me. Collins is on the left. Fazar is on the right, and Fahad is over there. And it was telling me that whatever your success is, it cannot happen without these guys right next to you.
Good.
And
I can't believe you didn't see me, though. I'm a bit upset.
He kept telling me that these guys, you need to utilize them. Right? And then also ask Fareed for a percentage markup on his next deal. So you get what I mean? It was that kind of insight. And I'm not sure if we can, it's YouTube and people, you can't recommend drugs. Obviously, hard drugs, I'd say stay away from it.
It's not a drug.
It's not a drug.
Medicine.
It's medicine.
It is
Thank
medicine.
you. It's medicine.
Ayahuasca, mushrooms, ibogaine, it's all medicine. We have to start categorizing things for what they are.
Correct.
The stupidity and ignorance of people to say that mushrooms and ayahuasca is drugs is ridiculous. And when I went to do ayahuasca, most of the people in my life that know I'm a recovering drug addict were like, oh, no, you can't. What's going to happen? Let me tell you, after that ayahuasca trip, it's not like the next weekend I was like, I want to do ayahuasca again. I'm like, fuck, dude, that shit kicked me in the ass. But I will tell you this. They say mushrooms are like a warm hug. Ayahuasca is a kick in the face.
Okay, so it's like a level up from that.
Hey, dude, the shit you see about yourself.
So someone mentioned there's a way to do DMT, which is what you get from ayahuasca, right?
No.
But you smoke it.
So DMT is from the frog, isn't it? The toad or some shit.
There's some guy selling it.
And you die for like a minute.
What the fuck?
No, like it's like you feel like you've died for a minute. And it's really fast, but you feel like you're in it forever. It's crazy. I don't want to do that shit.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Would you recommend doing it?
Done heroin. I've smoked crack, bro.
I want to ask you, okay, this is a drug education for me. Let's treat this as a drug education seminar.
Yeah.
DMT.
Yeah.
So you've never done that?
No.
I want to find out what it feels like. It's not natural though, the DMT that this guy is selling.
No, but there is a natural version of it.
Okay, so that's one thing we need to clarify whether it's natural. Okay.
Don't take anything synthetic ever in your life.
What does Charlie feel like?
Cocaine.
Yes.
You feel like God.
Really?
Yeah. It really, I don't know, it's just a fucking wonderful feeling. It's like an absolute flood of serotonin. I'm going to fucking break this thing in a minute.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You like
to. Sorry, guys. I'm not ignoring you, but I'm like dealing with like 700 things.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're trying to fix this. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to move.
I can hear Fareed. Though. I just want to make sure his POV is captured. So
Yeah.
Charlie feels like you're on top of the world.
So I think that the cycle of cocaine works like this. You get too drunk that you can't fucking function. You go in the bathroom and have a line of coke, and it's like you fucking can start again.
Okay, so that's why I see a lot of drunk folks ask for it so they can go to the work the next day. Like in Wall Street,
You
how
don't
it
even
was.
just go to work. You can keep drinking, dude. That's the cycle of addiction, right? And the next day you feel shit, so you take more and more and more, and that's now where the addiction is. I mean, I can speak to you as an addiction counselor too and tell you how it works, because that's how it works.
Okay, so you wouldn't recommend it like I've had a shit day and I need to go to the gym, I'd take a line of coke.
No, your heart will explode. It speeds up your heart rate like crazy. You absolutely should not have. First of all, cocaine is like, it's one of the most wonderful drugs I've ever tried. The first time I ever did it, and for the first 3-4
Tell me about
months,
the first time you ever did it.
I can tell you. I can tell you exactly where I was. I was in a bar. I used to work in a bar in Atlanta called the Rock Bottom Brewery, which is so fitting because every drug addict hits rock bottom, right? And we used to answer the phone, "You've hit rock bottom. How can I help you?" And it was one of the first brew pubs in the U.S. There was a chain across the U.S. and in each city it represented was a representation of. So, for example, there was one in St. Augustine, Florida, called Seven Bridges, because St. Augustine, where I grew up, had 7 bridges over the St. Johns River. Then Rock Bottom Brewery was called Rock Bottom Brewery in Atlanta because of Stone Mountain, right? So, which is a mountain made of basically rocks or stone. Anyway, so there was a gay cocktail. I was a bartender, and there was a cocktail waiter called Dimitri Mitchell, a black guy who's gay, and he used to make people call him Miss Peaches,
Jesus.
of Georgia peaches, right? 'Cause that's the state fruit. So you'd be like Dimitri, and he'd be like, "It's Miss Peaches, baby." Like he was so gay. And one day I was so tired. I'd worked like 4 bar shifts in a row, and it was from 6 p.m. to 4 in the morning. These bar shifts, right? And I was telling him I'm tired. And he's like, "Come with me to the bathroom." And I'm like, "Is this guy gonna blow me?" Like, and I was like, "All right." So I guess obviously I was just like, "Fuck, if this will wake me up." Anyway, he dipped his pen cap into a bag of white powder and he put it up to my nose. And I went. He's like, "Just go." So I did, and I looked him dead in the eyes, dude. And I was like, "I'm gonna do this shit for the rest of my life."
What was that feeling
It
when
was
you?
fucking amazing. I was awake. I was alert. I couldn't wait to get back behind the bar. Like my fatigue had completely disappeared. But it started 23 years of active addiction. And I never, ever had that exact feeling from that first time ever again.
Okay, let me ask you this. Hypothetically, if I were to do cocaine to cope up with my lifestyle, is there a chance I get addicted to it?
Of course there is. It's the most addictive drug in the world. One of.
It's not like alcohol, I can put it down. Weed, I can put it down.
No. Everyone who tries cocaine, I would say 50% to 70% of them become addicts.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not the same with other things. The last time I smoked, I had a puff off a joint, was sort of not thinking about 2.5 years ago. I was at a dinner, and someone handed me a joint. And I was having such a great time. I was like, shit, fuck, what am I doing? And I haven't smoked a joint since. That's fine. Last time I had a drink was 4 years ago. I haven't drunk since.
So cocaine is that addictive?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Do you guys know anyone hooked on Charlie?
Oh, dude, everyone in this city of Nairobi.
You.
So,
Ebu, can you talk about, because I frame it this way. Maybe I was just too ignorant, but referencing my work life, I would go out to these AfricaCom events, to these conference events where guys are getting wasted, guys are getting so shit-faced, and they have meetings at 7 in the morning.
yeah, but also they're staying up till 4 in the morning.
Yeah, and then I show up on 2 cups of coffee and like 4 fucking espressos, still looking miserable. And these motherfuckers who I've been partying with till like 4 or 5 look fresh.
I don't think you look fresh, but you can act fresh.
Well, anyway, fresh in the sense that they're able to carry on. So I was assuming, oh, maybe they're just healthy and fitness. But the truth is, maybe they're actually diving their nose deep into that stuff.
Maybe. I mean, I think cocaine now is just like it's become so normal here. You know, when I moved here in 2000 from the US, I mean, I had a coke problem in the US, but when I moved here, you know, I mean, I found it very quickly. But it was like an exclusive group of people with money, and you had to know the right people to get the cocaine. Now it's fucking everywhere.
Now they're websites, by the way. Like completely different names. They give you the website, they tell you order. Then the Boda guy comes. It's the first Boda guy I've seen with nice shoes and nice jackets.
But the new nickname for it is fish scales.
Fish scales. Where does that stem from?
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe like when you scrape off fish scales, it creates a white powder. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it's called dandruff then.
Oh, dude,
That's a safer short. And when you sell it as head and shoulders. Mm-hmm. Right? So you can. There's your website. Now, fucking thing.
No wonder your coffee's not doing well.
Tell us your story. You were saying you know people.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy, man.
Have you noticed whenever I give him the mic, he tries to force his
Yeah, I've
cool
seen
voice. Talk like a normal guy.
Watch a Batman at home.
Watch a Batman at home.
I don't force shit, man.
Now you sound a bit normal, but anyway, you're not trying to.
Got a good voice, though.
He's got a very good voice for radio, right?
Yeah. And a face
Yeah,
for it
radio.
as well.
Yeah. But so it's my shock was when I met you and Eric.
Yeah.
The stories you shared with me.
Yeah.
Is how normal this shit is in Nairobi.
But it is normal. It's a problem, dude. Like I'm talking to some schools, and you know where you would assume You're going to start with the 17 and 18-year-olds before they go out into the real world to go to university. I'm talking to fucking 11 and 12-year-olds, bro.
That's weird. Like I'm not sure if it was a similar experience for you two, but in high school, just sneaking away with a beer was a big thing. Now guys are doing like hardcore fucking drugs in high school, man.
High school, I was smoking weed.
Yeah, but weed's not that
But
bad.
that's the US too, though, right? Like it was like buying a nickel bag was the coolest thing to do, right?
What's that? What's a nickel bag?
It's a fifth of, so nickel is 5 cents.
Yes.
So it is a fifth of a gram.
Okay. And how much was that for at that time?
God, do I remember, man? You know, I'm a few years out of high school, bro.
Do you remember the
Yeah,
exact?
$5.
$5.
You also paid a nickel for it. Yeah, $5.
Okay. I have. Do you guys have any questions about Charlie? I want to ask him about other drugs.
So,
This is going to be like a drug education 101, by the way.
That's fine.
It's fine.
thanks, Ron. When you're on coke, does everything just slow down?
No, it speeds up.
It speeds up.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend in SA, he does weed and he used to play a lot, and he told me like he tried coke once and he felt like everything was super slow and he just reacted really quick to everything. Like
No,
he just
I'll
felt.
tell you, coke is weird. So I would start, you know, like you'd have dinner or not, start drinking at 6, 7 p.m. By 8 o'clock, the Charlie comes out and you think it's like 9:30 or 10 and it's 4 in the morning.
Whoa.
And someone's like, "Are those birds?" And you're like, "Oh fuck, we've done it again." You know what I mean? But I think that the big lie about cocaine is that it's fun. It's fun for the first few times. The problem is, you know, it's the same with alcoholics, by the way. The reason most people started drinking was because it's a social lubricant, right? So it's kind of like awkward, hyper intelligent people that just don't fit in, and they start drinking, and then all of a sudden they can be part of the sort of
Conversation,
social
the social-
crowd. But you never get that feeling again.
It's always a feeling
and
you're
the problem
chasing.
is you spend the rest of your life trying to get back there. Cocaine, I never got that first time. I remember I looked that guy dead in the eyes, and I was like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. I never really got back to that feeling again. But I was always kind of trying to chase it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Next one I want to talk about LSD. What the fuck is that?
Acid.
What is acid? Is it like Molly?
No. It's a hallucinogen. It's man-made. LSD is lysergic.
We can put up the meaning of LSD over here.
Yeah, but I need to. But I've done. So they say if you do LSD,
They were saying that LSD was actually formulated by the CIA,
yes, to help people tell the truth.
and then they sort of spread it into
Yeah.
the hippie culture.
Yeah, but it's cool. LSD, lysergic acid diethylamide. So basically, so they say if you've done LSD 6 times in your life, a full dose, you're clinically insane. I've done it over 30.
What?
Yeah.
What's the feeling like on LSD?
I mean, I have had amazing, a little bit like mushrooms, you know, hallucinogenic, psychotropic, sort of realize things about yourself and everyone around you kind of drug. But LSD has the potential to go very bad as well. I've had some really bad trips too.
Can you talk us through those trips?
I just like where you like, you know, okay, LSD is a commitment like mushrooms, right? So when you take that tab, it's usually well, I don't know how it's administered now, but I think you can have it as a liquid and like squeeze it on your tongue. But it used to be on a piece of like a tiny tab of paper,
Right.
like a tab of LSD. You take it, you chew it, you swallow the paper. It's a tiny piece of paper. And then all of a sudden that commitment is there, right? Like, you know, in the next 45 minutes,
You're fucked.
you're fucked. And you got 6 to 8 hours of this shit.
6 to 8 hours. That's how long it lasts.
Yeah. Oh, my mushroom trip, the 7 grams was like from 10 in the morning to around 6 p.m.
Okay, yeah, but 7 grams is insane. Bro.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm an old hat at this shit. So LSD is cool. Like, I realized some incredible stuff about myself. But I also know a guy. This is a guy who like took like 4 or 5 tabs of LSD and then decided to eat an orange. And he spent like the next 2.5 months thinking he was an orange.
Is there down from LSD? Because mushrooms is no
No,
down. You
no,
just
I never had a down from LSD. Yeah, okay, you feel a bit fragile for a day or two,
okay.
but
okay.
not like fucking you want to kill yourself or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a question about LSD?
So, quick
Cocaine
pause.
has made, by the way, cocaine come down has made me feel suicidal many times. Many, many times.
Yeah, I had
It's a
that.
great flight, but it's a fucking terrible landing.
Very hard.
Hey, it's awful, man. Like it's soul sucking, dude. You know, because what happens is it floods your brain with serotonin, right? Which your brain produces naturally, but the next day you're completely depleted. That's the happy chemical.
That's what happened to me on Molly. Is you get again
Molly has the same effect.
Serotonin levels are through the roof. You're bending through reality to get to this new reality, and it's a high, and you're sweating. And
And the next day it's fucking garbage.
funny story when we were doing it with our mutual
I have
friend.
a post Molly photo actually. Go on, I'm listening.
Let me.
We
just-
stopped at a petrol station.
Oh yeah, go on.
Why is it interrupting my podcast?
I think he has a
need to
question
pause.
about
I know-
LSD.
pause
It's
one
called
sec.
it's called Coffee Pump with Sajid Vayani.
Wait a second. One, Farid, your hand is always blocking the camera. Two, just check your phone quick. T needs something.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's already at that level now, is it?
Sorry, like you keep moving your left hand and you keep blocking the
Me?
POV. Yeah,
Oh man,
like
but
you do
I'm
that.
so fucking like handsy.
No, it's fine. It's just it blocks off the
I want to
POV.
show you guys a picture from a day after Molly in Arizona. Where's this fucking photo? Where the fuck is it?
is Farid's voice coming in and out?
Yeah, it sounds good. I can.
Just that when he moved away, but during normal conversation, it's fine.
All right. Okay. What was the other thing?
Okay, you wanted to ask me about other drugs?
Yeah. So, okay, we've been through LSD. We've been through Charlie. We've been through Molly. We've been through ayahuasca, DMT, weed. Weed, honestly, I will comment here. There's a big culture of weed in Kenya. My first experience smoking weed was in USIU. Went with a couple of friends to the back of the school where the football grounds were. Lit up a doobie. Never smoked it before. I just got into smoking menthol cigarettes, so I inhaled it. And I was like, yeah, you'll be okay. You'll feel a bit.
Did you get high as fuck?
I didn't. All I did was go back and eat food. And they're like, oh, munchies. And I wasn't hungry. I was just trying to get my protein in. Very shit experience. Fast forwarded a couple of years. Canada. Went to a cousin's university. Stayed overnight with him. We drank a bit the previous night. And fucking Canadian clubs all closed like at 1 or some shit like that.
This Canada's gay.
So we went back to the student dome. And they had these frat type houses. So the guy's like, why don't we just smoke a joint? Now, bong, weed, took a couple of hits. In maybe 5 minutes, I didn't know where the fuck I was. And
But Canadian weed is notorious, bro.
so, but that experience was me flying, listening to reggae music for the first time. I had heard reggae music, but I hadn't heard reggae music. When I was on weed, you know, the pop, all that shit these fucking Bob Marley guys were saying was hitting with me. My whole playlist changed. And our eyes were all red. We were those red-eyed Jedis. My tongue was like chalk, dry. But a very psychedelic experience. I haven't been able to replicate that feeling with Kenyan weed. And it doesn't matter which
But
fucking...
Canadian weed is crazy, though.
Yeah, they say, oh, we've got the shit from Canada, sativa, this and that. It's all fucking bullshit here. It's stepped on, pissed on shit. So I don't know if you guys get that experience from Kenyan weed. I fucking
Do
don't.
you guys smoke weed?
Okay, me, I don't smoke. I know friends who do smoke. And I've seen some of the things these guys get in a bag and you're like, there is no weed in there. It is just wood. It's just crap. And then they're like, yeah, it's high grade. This is good. It'll make you feel good. And you look at it and you're like,
But apparently there are different strains for different mindsets. Speaking of which, the guy that sold me the mushrooms was actually willing to come on the podcast and talk about it. But not talk about him having the shop, but talk about the different drugs and the experiences and what he thinks of it.
Okay.
I think that would be an interesting podcast.
It would be.
Right? Let's talk about... Any questions about weed?
No, I was just giving my opinion about weed.
What do you think about it?
I've had some really good weed in Kenya.
Psychedelic.
Yeah, there's one time it really fucked me up. Can I give the story?
Yeah.
So allegedly, I was walking home with a friend of mine, and we were like fucking toasted. it figured a time I couldn't see him anymore. So I went back to where we came from to look for him.
But he was right next to you.
And he was right next to me.
He's just not really black.
He has you there.
Yeah, and then I went.
It's a Sudanese friend.
It was fucking crazy, man.
Okay. Meth. Have you ever done that?
No.
Well, we've seen Breaking Bad, so it gives a very good documentation of what happens, especially the blue ones. Stay away from those kids. What else is there?
Crack.
What the fuck is crack?
Crack is crystallized cocaine.
And how do you take that?
Smoke it.
Why do they crystallize it?
It's cheaper. It doesn't have the final process of cocaine.
All right, you need to walk me through this shit. Explain to like a 2-year-old what the fuck the difference is.
So cocaine is refined, right? It's a powder that you can
Right.
store it up your nose.
Yes.
Crack is the process before it becomes a powder, so it's cheaper.
All right, so it comes in a cube form before you crush it.
Crystallized, yeah.
And you put it in those pipes and
Glass
then you
pipe, yeah,
burn
yeah.
it and you inhale it. Isn't that what's causing like a pandemic in the
Used to.
States?
Yeah. So apparently crack was created to like weed was also grown to subdue the black community in the US.
And that's why it's very prevalent in certain communities in the States.
Yeah, I've smoked crack a few times in my life.
And the feeling is the same as cocaine?
Can I be honest?
Yes.
I have never had a better feeling in my life than the feeling I had smoking crack. I've only done it twice.
And what was that euphoria?
Somehow I had the wherewithal to think to myself, I will destroy my life if I keep doing this, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
So we're going to get copyrighted. I don't want to put this up over here, but if you guys have watched Breaking Bad, when Jesse takes crack with the mama who passes away in that scene, it shows him floating on the bed. Is that the sensation you get?
Yeah. It's a pretty accurate depiction. It's like you smoke it and then you automatically, your head just goes. Then you're just like fucking grinning from ear to ear. Very
And
short.
So you can't work during that. day.
Fuck
You're
no.
gone. Interesting.
Yeah, I used to smoke crack with all my friends' moms in university.
And Ferry, what propelled you to do that at that time? Crack in particular.
I just always wanted to know.
You're just curious.
Yeah, like how high can I get? And I'm in university and I have freedom and I was paying for it myself and I had no one to answer to and my grades were good. And I just wanted to be the person who tried everything so I could say I tried everything. Meth just didn't exist then. If it had, I would have tried it.
Which other drugs are there? Popular drugs.
Coke, crack, heroin,
Sasa heroin is what?
the needle.
It's the same cocaine thing.
No, heroin is from opium. So from opioids, and it's only grown in places in Iran and Afghanistan.
Only those two places.
And Pakistan?
Pakistan
maybe?
as well,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Pakistan has a big opioid crisis, actually.
I thought it also grows in Vietnam and all those places.
Not anymore, no.
So cocaine is made from what?
Coca leaf.
Coca leaf.
Yeah, South America.
South-
Bolivia, Colombia.
Also the Golden Triangle, right? That's what they call it. Those nations, I think it's Vietnam, Thailand, or somewhere else. Within that sphere, they make a lot of cocaine as well.
No,
No?
coca leaves are indigenous to South America.
Could you just Google search?
Maybe they've started growing that
Yeah.
shit. Who the fuck knows, you know?
Which drugs are grown in the Golden Triangle area? That would be interesting to find out. But then most of the stuff,
Golden Triangle is...
Can I pause for 1 minute? I just want to
sure.
preview something.
So Golden Triangle, Thailand, Myanmar, Laos used to be opium and heroin. It's now meth, synthetic.
interesting. So because during Vietnam, the war, a lot of American soldiers would siphon cocaine or white powder or whatever from Vietnam and carry it back home because they wouldn't be searched.
So opium, I guess, used to grow. Oh yeah, of course, opium was China those days, but now it's predominantly grown in
Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan.
Yeah, and Afghanistan is a big problem. Pakistan, I discovered recently that the
Pakistanis.
yeah, because and this will tie into actually what I'm doing next as a project, which is cool. So I discovered recently in my research for a documentary that I'm producing and creating and directing between Karachi and Nairobi that so it's interesting. The suicide rates in Kenya are predominantly led by the male demographic. The suicide rates in Pakistan are predominantly led by the female demographic. This is part of the film I'm producing, okay? Now, what I also discovered was opium is grown in prevalence in Pakistan. There's a big hunger problem, right? Babies are going hungry because the mothers can't produce enough breast milk. So what are some of the mothers doing to quell the babies? They're blowing opium smoke into the babies' faces, which relaxes them and puts them to sleep. Meaning that the addiction cycle is beginning. What is the breastfeeding age? Do we know? From birth to?
9-10 months.
Yeah.
So again, we
with the wrong demographic.
With the wrong demographic for that question.
But we can look it up. But surely it's from birth to a year. Let's say a year, maybe a year and a half. So
Fazar still breastfeeds.
Yeah, I've seen his mom. I would too.
I'm sorry.
He's going to be blowing opium smoke in my face. So that's terrible. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that about your mom, dude. I don't even know her. I'm assuming she's a handsome woman. Anyway, so the addiction cycle is beginning in a child before the age of 1.
That's fucked up.
Right? Because it's a physical addiction, right? So there are 2 types of addiction. You have to remember this. There's an emotional addiction and a physical addiction. And people are susceptible to either or both. Right?
So emotional is stimulated by something that happens in your life?
Numbing.
To numb yourself.
You're trying to numb a trauma that you cannot numb or you've not learned how to numb it any other way. As an addict, I was numbing. We spoke about this when we had the podcast with Tazim.
Yeah.
I was numbing a lot of trauma as a child, and therefore I was drinking and using drugs without realizing the reason why it went on for so long.
And so you have emotional response, and the other one is
physical.
And what's physical?
Well, you've seen alcoholics that shake.
Right.
That's a physical addiction. And there is a treatment method which is becoming more and more outdated now, where they will wean an alcoholic off alcohol with alcohol. And what they're saying is if they're
reduce the dose.
Let's assume they're a vodka drinker and they're on a fifth of vodka a day, right? They will give them vodka and wean them off, because if they don't, their internal organs can shut down because the body has built up a dependence on the alcohol. Cocaine has heroin is another one. I went to rehab and they gave me 2 Valium to help me sleep for the first 2 days, right? I was so adamant about not doing drugs that I was just like, I'm not going to take them. Let me tell you, I had 0 physical addiction. I slept like a fucking baby on the first day. When I left rehab 35 days later, those 2 Valium were still on my bedside table. I had 0 physical addiction. 0.
Okay. For the emotional addiction, let's say we have someone who's constantly falling back to his old habits, his or her old habits.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really pinpoint what's the reason for them to get back to it, right? How do you assess that? Because, for example, they'll be okay for 5-6 years.
That's an emotional addiction, dude. That's not a physical addiction. Physical addiction is easier, but physical addiction is easier to break.
And do you think money has anything to do with it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I 9 times out of 10, bro, someone gets a better job or is starting to earn more money. They feel like, it's like all addicts, dude. Like my life is almost completely rebuilt from throwing it almost all away. Actually, I never did, because I never got fired. I was never unemployed. But I'm hitting a second career peak now, right? It's very easy for me to say, okay, I can handle this now. I'm older. I'm wiser. I just know that I know where it will end.
But then, is there a part of you inside that's telling you, no, you've got this, and the other part of your brain is telling you?
Yeah, the addict is telling me, you're good. Look what you've managed to do in the 8 years since you got back from rehab.
And so
people are calling you and respecting you, and you become a voice in the mental wellness space, and you're getting all this work, and you're doing government work, and you're doing it well. I mean, come on, dude. The addict is saying, bro, we can hack this.
And there's no convincing them otherwise in that state.
No, you just have to be smarter than the addiction. That's all. It's quite simple. If you're not, and you're young, and you're getting your second career, second chance at a career in your 30s, or maybe 40s, you might be tricked into thinking, yeah, I can do this.
Let me ask you. So let's say you're dealing with a personality that wants to let loose, that is convinced themselves that it's okay to let loose.
Yeah.
And they're an addict. How do you control that? How do you curb that, bro?
You don't. Everyone in their own time. Some people die. This is the most unfortunate shit about addiction and the work I do with addicts, right? We are a voluntary program at Full Circle. You come to me and say, I need help, right? I will help you. You start missing sessions with the clinical psychologist, with the addiction counselor, which is me, or the other addiction counselor, or the holistic healer, or the family therapist, or the future coach, and you go back into your old ways. I'm not going to come to your house and drag you to a session. If you're not ready, you're not ready. But
then when is it too late?
When they die. There's a saying, great saying in AA and Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. If you don't start to recover, the end results is jails, institutions, or death. And that is true for every single fucking addict. Where did I end up in 2018? In an institution. Which is the softest landing. I never went to jail. I didn't die. But one of the three happened to me. And if you've done that 10 times and you've been to jail 5 times, what's left?
I guess also there's the delusion that life will go on forever for some people. And you know who I'm talking about. But
we're not invincible.
Yeah.
But we think we are. And especially, I mean, I thought I was invincible in my 20s and 30s.
And let me ask you, do these drugs, let's just say even if it's alcohol, let's not even go to the hard drugs. If you're drinking at a scale where a normal human would be wasted every day, does that take a toll on your body? Does it just come instantly all of a sudden?
No. Your liver is already taking it. You know, someone who drinks every day to getting wasted is already compromising their internal organs, specifically the pancreas and the liver, as well as the heart. If you're mixing that with class A narcotics like cocaine, molly, meth, fentanyl, whatever it is, now you're really affecting your heart. You can also affect your cognitive function. I'm going to show you a fucking video, and we cannot post this, but I want you guys to look at Sajid's face when I show him this video of a friend of mine who was one of the most creative, hardworking people I've ever known in my life, and a great rival of mine in the same industry. And you tell me, we're the same age.
Jesus.
You guys want to see?
And this was a functioning person.
He was my rival in the media space. This is what it does to you.
Can I interject here? Okay, since we're okay,
that's shocking, right?
Can we cut it out?
What do you want to talk about? Is it about?
I've got literally 6 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
So let's but ask your question, because this is such an interesting conversation.
Can you put it theoretical? So.
Okay, it's more a person. Okay, can I get your number after we'll talk?
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I do for a living. Well, one of the things I do for a living is help addicts to get to a place where they realize they have a problem. Once that realization is there, and it's a genuine realization, step 1 in AA is admitted I was powerless over alcohol, or in NA, drugs, and my life had become unmanageable. It sounds simple. It is the hardest step of all. To truly admit you're powerless, which means Sajid and I can go out for dinner.
So actually, just finished, and I have a follow-up question.
We can go out for a dinner, Sajid and I. Okay? I know he's not an alcoholic, but he can drink, and he can drink 2 days in a row and be drunk and then not touch alcohol for the next 3 weeks. He's not an alcoholic, right? And most of your drinking comes when you have to entertain people.
100%.
Right? So we can go out for a dinner, and Sajid can say, let's order a bottle of wine. Let's assume that I'm not in recovery yet. Okay? I'm still in my active addiction. Right? Cool, let's have a bottle of wine. I will say to Sajid, no, let's start with a beer. We have a couple of beers. And then he says, let's order that bottle of wine. Cool. I am waiting for him to finish his drink so I can pour wine into both glasses, because I already know I have a problem, and I don't want him to know I have a problem, because I can finish the rest of that bottle of wine while he's still on his first glass. We probably order a second bottle of wine because we're having a good night. Now we've had dinner. And then I'm like, let's have a whiskey. Sajid's like, no, I'm good. By the way, he's had 2 glasses of wine out of two bottles. I've had the rest. Right? Then I go to the bathroom because I'm feeling tipsy. What do? Have a nice big fat line of cocaine. Come out, I'm ready to drink more. My ex-wife and I used to go out for dinner before I knew I was an addict. And we would order maybe a wine by the glass or a bottle, and she would pour a second glass and finish half, and I'm looking at her like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How are you not finishing your drink? That's the difference between an addict and a non-addict, right? You can leave a drink. I'm sure you've left a drink before.
Dude, I've touched alcohol and I've gone 6 months without thinking about it.
But I'm saying, even if
I get what you mean.
If you're with your work colleagues or entertaining people from overseas that in your industry,
I pace myself.
but also you can have on your third drink, you can leave half
Yeah.
without a problem.
I've done that.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I will never understand that. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. So guess what? I should not be drinking. That's the realization. I am powerless over alcohol.
So what's my role as a friend? Because I've come into a position, and you know about
Yeah,
this.
well, I think we're both in this position, but you are more embedded for sure.
When do I say it's not my fucking problem right now?
Now. Because it's not.
But what if something happens?
It happens.
Then it's on me.
But how many people have died from, this is not me being
Farid, then look at it this way.
insensitive.
Look at it this way, okay? I understand that it's happened several times, right? There's always recovery, there's always this. But now when you're sort of involved and the family dynamics are affecting you and the person closest to you is telling you to stay out of it.
But what can you do? Besides police this person.
Honestly, if it was up to me, I'd just call my uncle's beba the guy and throw him in rehab.
But
Then that's what I'm saying is,
But he will get out. And then you'll continue to do that and pay for that process each time.
so do we just sit and let our friend?
No, we can reach out and help him, and we can offer him support. But the point I'm trying to make here is, unless this person realizes and accepts their powerlessness, they will never change. And what did I say? Jails, institutions, or death. It's a really insensitive. It feels insensitive. I'm not being insensitive, but that's how it is.
And I'm coming at it from this perspective. When I first came across this, I was involved trying to help. But now there are two sides. There's one side of the family that believes everything is okay. There's one side of the family that believes it's his life. Let him do whatever he wants, he or she or whatever. And I'm sort of caught in between because you're trying to build something, you're trying to do something, but also you don't want to step over your boundaries. And I don't want it to be the case where we spoke about. Remember, you told me your friend who just passed away,
Yeah.
right? Because it's such a wasted life then.
I mean, it's one of tens of millions of people that this happens to, unfortunately. But also people have to, I think as an addict, you also have to take some fucking responsibility for yourself as well. I mean, I am not because I work in the addiction recovery space, so I see cases worse than this one, and I see cases not as severe as this one. And I've managed now to remove myself from the emotional side of helping people. I'm here. If you need the help, come to me. I will give you 300% of my energy. But I'm not going to waste my time.
Excuse me.
Because if you haven't accepted you have a problem, then what is the point? Because we will do this song and dance, and you'll do 3, 2 months, 8 weeks, maybe half a year, and then?
So what's your recommendation, the best recourse in this particular case?
Leave it. Leave it.
No.
Honestly, that is my recommendation. That's not going to change.
Like, fuck, it's not my problem.
It's not your problem. It's really not your problem. You've done your part. If you want to try the calling your uncles and tossing him into rehab once, do it, but don't do it 10 times. Maybe that is the last thing you do, and maybe that's the one that works. But the problem is, what is the definition of insanity, guys?
It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
How many times have you been doing this song and dance, Sajid?
You know, a few times.
Has the result been different? So are you not living in insanity?
Yeah.
Should we end it there?
It's a good place to end.
Fucking depressing.
Fucking depressing ass episode.
I mean, I hope that I just want to say this again. I am not an insensitive person. I'm not an asshole. But I also know that when an addict is ready, they are ready.
Is that because, okay, I took it a bit personally. I think I know why. Remember that time I called you to come and meet me to help him, but you were like, Sajid, it's not going to change anything.
No.
So I took it a bit personally, and I'm sorry for that.
No, that's fine, and I get it, and I knew I knew it would upset you, but it's also good that I show you the precedent that I've set. I don't go and help addicts when they've already been drinking or using drugs. That is a waste of time, but also my model is never going to be I will come to your rescue. You call me before. If you're in the bar and you're like, I've just ordered a whiskey and you're like at the bar next to my house, which you were, if you get here in time, I won't drink it. I will be there. And you could call me the next day when you're with a hangover. But if you're already, was that an exercise that worked?
No.
Right? Because he was already high. It doesn't work. And and I said to you on the phone, I said, there's no point if he's been drinking. I said it to you on the phone. If you'd said that this guy's about to relapse, he's had a really shitty day at work, he's fighting with his wife, blah, 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 blah. We need to go and help him before he picks up a drink. Bro, even if I have to drive to fucking Thika, I will drive to Thika at midnight. That's not an issue. But I didn't come 40 meters from my house because he was drinking. There's no point. No point at all. What's the point? You involve yourself before the relapse, and you can involve yourself after the relapse, but you cannot involve yourself during the relapse. Nothing, and that's 100%. That will not change anything. That's why I didn't come.
Maybe just last one before we end. How do we? I know you said not to get involved, but how does the person then help themselves? Do they have to come to that realization themselves?
This person that you're speaking of has agreed to come to some meetings with me for NA, which is Thursday. I won't be here, but I've told him where to go. And he's agreed to come back for counseling. So that's fine. And I pray that he does. And the counseling is free. I'm not going to charge him. And I pray that he makes it to 2 sessions with me a week and 1 meeting a week. If that's the case, we're onto a winner. Now we have a bit of control.
Yeah, it's sad because I don't even want to
No,
get
you're
into
a good
it.
fucking friend, dude. There's nothing wrong with feeling the way you're feeling. But I'm telling you from my 7 years or 5 years of studying addiction that this process of repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat is doing no one any good. And it's what it will start to do for you. It'll start to affect your relationships within your home.
That's what my team is also telling me, is that you just need to focus on yourself, right? And maybe just to close this, what I'm saying is for that person watching, then if they do watch and they see this part, Fareed and I have also genuinely been worried, but also we're like, do we distance ourselves? Because
I don't think you have to distance yourself. We're going to hang out, I think, on the weekend.
Yeah.
Right? That's fine. I have no, like, there's no, I honestly, I'm in a very objective place because I'm not his addiction counselor, right? I am his friend. If he wants to hang out on the weekend, we'll hang out. There's no issue, right? I'm not going to go to a bar with him, for sure. But if you want to hang out here or somewhere, my place, his place, whatever, we will hang out. There's no issue. I'm not a dick. But if he wants me to be his addiction counselor and he can make the effort to come to sessions, then I will be there for that too. But you're trying to make a decision for someone else. That's the challenge.
And I should just step the fuck off.
Yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys. I think that's the saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should be. And one day, I firmly believe he will come to the door of his own destiny before he ends up in a jail, before he ends up in an institution, before he dies. Maybe he'll end up in one more institution in between that, which is like a rehab or something. I personally believe he will come to the door of his own destiny. I do. I have a feeling.
What does that mean?
He will figure it out.
Inshallah.
And he will understand that his powerlessness is drugs and alcohol, and he can't do them anymore.
But just last one. There's the fear that going to rehab destroys everything that's been built. Is that the case?
No. I mean, no. For some people, you lose your family, you lose your job, whatever. Okay, but isn't that a better option to come back and build up again, but sober? You know, you ultimately, if you use drugs and drink at a level that I did or he is, you know, I mean, death is not going to be far away. Let's be honest. But I do believe that he will some sense will be a good sense will prevail.
You know what the title of this episode will be? My Brother's Keeper.
Yeah.
It's a good place to end. I'm a bit sad. Sorry, boys. This is...
Took a turn, didn't it?
Yeah, fuck, man. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this episode,